This episode is powered by pODDcast.
Hey there, true believers. Didn't see you there. This episode, we're going to do some Would You Rather from the pODDcast. Roll that beautiful footage.
I was.
Are you done with that game?
Did you win? Done with the game? No.
Did you win?
No, you can't win.
Well, then what? If you can't, what's the point of playing a game if you can't win?
You just collect cats.
Why would you want to collect cats?
Because look at them.
What is it?
Look at this one.
Ew! It got into poo. Look at it. It is dirty.
Mud.
Look, it's dirty. Yeah, mud. Mud. My.
What? No, look at this one. He's got a sweater on.
Yeah, he looks really happy about it, like any cat wearing a sweater would look. I'd look like that in a turtleneck. There's reasons why I don't wear a turtleneck.
Fine, then look at this one.
Oh, it's a cow. Oh, it's a cow. He's gonna eat grass. Now he's gonna go throw up later. He's gonna go. All right, so we're going through great visuals on an audio version for the cast. So the audio people aren't going to see. The video people are going to see it either because you're just showing it to me. So
The video people are going to be seeing me play this game.
No. Let's not fall out of that groove. Now we finally got the groove, and by the way, I guess this is the start of the episode, so I should welcome everybody to the kind of not named podcast, but we're kind of leaning towards BestowCast. Oh, Kami! That was the name I couldn't think of in a couple episodes again. That was from Dragon Ball Z. I'm watching you too. From Dragon Ball Z, remember? Mm-hmm. When I couldn't think of the guy, and I'm like, oh yeah, it's great something, and it's like, no, it's Kami. Like, duh, Kami, Kami, ha, Kami, ha, ha. I'm wearing Spider-Man. We can't do Dragon Ball Z. What the heck are you thinking? What are you thinking?
Shut up.
Well, like we're only 2 minutes into this thing, and we've already kind of like destroyed everything. So what do you say? What do you say we not either of those? What do you say we get into a pod deck?
Absolutely.
We've been doing a few of these for a while now. We're doing. Can I explain this yet? We've been doing pod decks for a while, and I think this is the only one that we haven't done was Would You Rather. We were looking at that, and we were looking at What the Heck. But the first card I pulled out of from What the Heck was one that I know I did. Was the thing about. Yeah, well, you'll have to go back to that episode.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure that these, and again, if these are too raunchy, I ain't playing this game with you. So, do I let you pick this time?
Mm-hmm.
All right. This shirt has been in storage forever because I could smell. It just smells musty, like it's just been sitting. Like this is one of those shirts where I was pointing out where it's like I don't like to wear it because it's all one print and it gets all crackly and it just gets yucky and stuff. And I wanted to wear it for this episode with my Spider-Man thing, and it's got the same. It's the Venom, so it's got the same logo on the back. And Riley, of course, is my twinsie. She's got the faded version that I got to replace this. So we're twinsies today. And we're both wearing Spider-Man overshirts. So, all right, hit me. Am I gonna have to reshuffle? That is not a good sign. She put the card back, folks. All right, here we go.
Put ketchup.
You gotta say, would you rather? Would you rather
put ketchup or ranch dressing on everything you eat?
Ketchup or ranch? Well, I don't usually. My rule is if it's not already on there, I don't put it on there. So if there's no ketchup on it, I don't put ketchup on it. If there's no anything on it, but I know people that eat ranch instead of ketchup as well. Like they'll order pancakes and put ranch on pancakes. Yeah. I would rather put ketchup. What was it? Would you rather put ketchup on and everything you eat or ranch dressing? I would go with ketchup. But note it says everything you eat. So that means on pancakes, it's got to be apples, it's got to be, how many apples is Hello Kitty?
5.
Okay, so if I have 5 apples, I'm gonna have to put ketchup on all 5 of them.
I guess
Watermelon.
It all depends on how much. Like, do you have to douse it in ketchup, or can you put just like a tiny little?
Well, it doesn't really specify. It just says ketchup or ranch dressing on everything you eat. So.
I don't like ketchup or ranch.
No.
Or any dipping sauce. For that
Yeah,
matter.
well, you barely eat it as it is,
Yeah,
which is the
that's
lesser of
true.
2 evils, I guess, is what you should.
I hate them both, but I would eat ketchup if I had to, because I've done it before. I just hate it.
Okay. All right, here we go. Would you rather wear a monitor that beeps when you're lying or beeps when you're attracted to someone?
Attracted to someone. Well, I mean, I guess lying would be more practical because I don't lie. But
Sorry, I got a little frog in my throat.
don't lie. I don't. Shut up. I don't lie.
Both are actually kind of embarrassing.
But when there's so many pretty people, you see so many pretty people.
Oh,
Like that person at Target that I saw, and they were like,
oh hey.
"Hi," and I was like, "Oh my god!" And then you were like, "What? What happened?" And I was like, "Nothing. I'm
Nothing
gay."
at all. But she didn't say hi to me.
So pretty.
I mean, either one calls you out.
Yeah.
I think attracted to someone would be the lesser of 2 evils, because I don't make it a habit of lying. Don't beep at me. Don't you beep at me. Stop it.
Beep, beep.
I don't make it a habit of lying. But if I have to lie and then I'm wearing this stupid monitor, it's gonna call me out.
Yeah.
And attracted to someone could have its own problems at my age, but whatever. Who cares? I could just blame the machine. It's broken.
Yeah, it's broken.
It's broken.
Faulty.
It's faulty. All right.
And the person's like, "Oh."
Oh, here comes Pricey. Come here, Pricey.
Hi, pretty boy.
Now you're on stage, so you gotta play.
I think you
gotta play.
Hello.
Would you rather beep when you need food, or beep when you need to poop?
He does both.
Yeah, well, he already beeps. Beep, beep, beep. All right, here we go. Ready, Bryce?
Oh. Oh, that's so awkward. That's so awkward. That is so awkward.
Oh, yeah?
This is so awkward.
Is it good? Are you tossing it?
This is so awkward. This is so awkward.
Poddex, we're gonna have to have a discussion here.
I think you are my parent.
Yeah, I know.
We'll,
Yeah, let's. Really? Hey, let's go to the bar later on.
Oh,
What?
perfect.
Okay. All right. Here we go.
Would you rather have a road trip with Donald Trump or O.J. Simpson?
Oh, cheese and rice. Not to get political here, but I'm just gonna go with O.J. Simpson and just end it with that, and that's all that it's gonna go.
Oh yeah. O.J. Simpson, solely for the fact that he literally like murdered someone, and I'm like, oh, I love murder stories. I'd ask him. I'd be like, yo, what were you thinking?
I'm sure that the other one probably has murder stories too. It's probably just not as front and center, because rich people can kind of bury that kind of stuff. Again, not to
O.J.
get political, but
I want to
Alright.
go on a road trip with O.J. Simpson.
yeah, O.J. Simpson. Not for the murder fact, but we could talk about sports. We could talk about sports, and we could talk about.
I want to talk about
We
murder.
could talk about acting too.
I want to talk about murder.
We could talk about one of my favorite films, Naked Gun, which had O.J. Simpson in it. All right, so this might be the last one before we go to break. All right, here we go. Would you rather? This is perfect because this is a nice dirty one for the show. This is kind of the humor that we have on this show. Would you rather blow your nose with sandpaper or use bubble wrap instead of toilet paper?
My face is so sensitive. I think I want to use bubble wrap as toilet paper.
So you're gonna have a stanky ass for like the rest of your life?
Well, at least I can get a shower.
I guess. Waffle stop everything in the shower. I mean, that's almost a no-brainer. I'd almost have to go with bubble wrap instead of toilet paper. I already like.
At least when you wipe your ass, it'll be fun.
Yeah. Pop, 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 pop,
Yeah.
pop. Uh-oh, that might have been a hemorrhoid, not to the bubble wrap.
It might have been your stanky ass.
Like stink bubbles. 2 minutes left. What do you think? Go for it.
Yeah, let's do
Go for it. All right, you go for it. This one's gonna take us out to break. Maybe we can read this and then come up with our answer after break. But you have to read really slow.
Would you rather work with dead people in a mortuary or work in the busiest ER trauma unit in the world?
Wow. One we actually have to say is like, oh, this is a no-brainer. Oh, no, this is a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Because dead people aren't complaining about their symptoms.
Yeah.
Because like I would never want to work, especially like in a children's hospital, like the cancer ward or anything. That would be like
That's so sad.
traumatic and stuff. I can only imagine being a parent and let alone having to be like a doctor that works with that daily. I'm gonna have to, I think for the first time in all these, because I think we picked the second one in everyone, I think I would rather work with dead people in a mortuary. Because you could probably get over that versus like somebody's pain and suffering and.
Well, I
You
don't,
can probably separate yourself a little bit better.
I'm kind of numb to dead people.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
After your speech with OJ, after you've talked with OJ, you've talked this over with OJ, and you've decided that you're opening a mortuary, right?
the O.J. Simpson.
Memorial Gardens.
I'm really, really, really sensitive about the topic of other people not being okay. Like, I hate it. But, like, I'm numb to seeing dead people. Not that I see dead people on, like, a regular basis or anything.
Dead people.
I see dead people. But, like, I don't know. Like, seeing dead people, I feel like, wouldn't bother me as much as...
Having to
Yeah.
separate yourself from.
Yeah.
And on that happy note, we're going to go on to a break. Are we going to come back with these?
We're gonna go sob in a corner for...
I'm sobbing now, right deep down inside. It's okay, Stan. Oh.
This episode is powered by pODDcast. pODDcast are unique interview questions and episode starting prompts in the palm of your hand. So whether you're a new podcaster or existing broadcaster looking to grow your audience and have more meaningful conversations, you're going to want to check out pODDcast. Now, if you want to get 10% off your order right now, you can go to pODDcast.com and type in coupon code. What's the code?
Bestow TV 21.
Yes, that's the code. Check out pODDcast.com. Take your podcast to the next level.
Yeah, and like if you look back at that episode, there's a couple things that I got wrong. Where it's like, you know, I said like Piccolo became the next one after Kami, and it's like, well, no, Piccolo came from Kami. Dende became the next Kami. Kami died, and then Dende died. Oh, we're back! We're back. This is why we need like people to like this, like Glagnar Junior.
Baby Glagnar.
I got to be on brand. I'm already off brand. At least you keep us on brand. We are playing Would You Rather pODDcast. this is going to be interesting. Because now I'm like, oh, we're chewing through the deck. We're eating a lot of cards. Oh, no. How are we going to keep this up? Sorry. All right. Was that you? You did the last one, right? Mm-hmm. My turn. All right. Here we go. Ready? Right. Would you rather have your head be too big for your body or your hands that are too small for your size? I was waiting for it. I was waiting for you to measure your hand with your face, and I was just gonna go for it. Whack!
Well, I feel like a big head is more noticeable than small hands. Well, I guess it all boils down to how small are your hands.
Yeah, let's not get political here.
Would that be like?
Well, it's hands that are too small for your size.
Okay.
So if you're five,
are they like noticeably small?
So if you're 5 apples tall, your hands are only 3 apples long when it should be 4.5 or something. No, that wouldn't be right, because that would make your hands the exact same size. It'd be a half an apple shorter than you. Yeah, well, I mean, I guess it would be noticeable, but I guess at least with your hands, you can put them in your pockets or wear gloves or.
You like hide your hands.
What TV show? There was a TV show where the guy was obsessed with his hands, and he was always measuring it. It was it's on the top of my it's.
Robin had baby hands.
Does Robin have baby hands in that?
They all made fun of.
See, here's the generational gap thing where she's gonna pick a cartoon, and I'm gonna say, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, where Charlie's uncle has this thing about hands. He's always like measuring his hands with everybody else and trying to get people to like pose like it's his hands and stuff. So he's always kind of like trying to fake it, among other things, because his uncle's supposed to be really creepy too. But if you have a head that's too big for your body, you're not hiding that stuff.
Oh yeah.
You're not wearing a hat. You're cutting all your shirts so that you can fit. Or you're wearing button-ups all the time. Are you just like me and you button the top button that doesn't fit around your fat neck, and then your head just grows 3 sizes anyway? So what's your final answer?
Baby hands.
Baby hands.
Baby hands.
Baby hands. I'm trying to decide if I want to be controversial or not. Do I want to?
We've like agreed on everything so far.
We have, and that's why I want to be controversial.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I don't know if I want a big head.
Big head.
I mean, what if my neck doesn't support it? What if that's like one of those things where it's like, hey, my head's too big for my body, but then I gotta walk around, I gotta drag my head behind me. I mean, I'm already like 3 steps away from looking like Charlie Brown. I don't want to like actually look like Charlie Brown. I'm just the yellow shirt with the zigzag minus from Charlie Brown at this point. I'm gonna have to go with hands. I'm sorry.
Going baby hands.
I'm gonna have to go with baby hands.
We all have baby hands.
I mean, at least I can call out Robin and be like, hey, I'm like Robin from Teen Titans Go, which you may or may not like, because Teen Titans was better than Teen Titans Go.
Would you rather have no eyebrows or an extra finger?
Now, is it an extra finger on just one hand, or an extra
hand.
finger on both hands, or just an extra finger? Like, can I just have an extra finger and just locate it?
Anyway.
Like I just have a bestial finger like out the back of my neck. You want to see something cool? What if it's like a tailbone, like the monkey tail? Like I could really moon somebody and flick them off at the same time. It would help with wiping with bubble wrap. I'd be wiping with bubble wrap, and the extra finger would be like. I broke her. I think I put too much thought in this for not putting any thought into it. Which you want no eyebrows, right?
I already have no eyebrows.
Well, yeah, that's true. You look at your baby pictures, you'll look like Pop. We wanted to get like Sharpie and put those angry eyebrows like the memes.
I draw my eyebrows on, but they're literally fucking blonde. So I'm gonna go
blend.
with an extra finger. Because I already have no eyebrows, so why not have a both?
Why don't you just go with just no eyebrows, and then you don't have to worry about it,
But I
because
want
you
an
already
extra
have
finger.
no eyebrows, so you just don't.
But like extra finger.
Okay, but then where's the extra finger located?
On my
What if the extra finger like takes place of the eyebrows? Like what if it just hangs down right in the middle of your nose and you gotta keep going, and like people from other countries like think that you're like saying something really bad in their country, like because like the OK symbol like here means something different over there, or like the the up yours symbol here is different in England than it is up here. You don't know. So you want to be the extra finger cult?
I want an extra finger. No. Actually, I'll just go with no eyebrows because then I don't have to worry about it.
Because I'm going to pick the extra finger.
Then I don't have to be insecure about anything.
Because I'm like, oh yeah, I have an extra finger. It's like in my armpit. I think I had too much fun with that. I'm actually kind of amazed with the amount of content generated out of that one in such a short amount of time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So what? We need 3 more to equal it out. Here we go. Let's see how much of a sadist you are. Would you rather pull a tooth with a pair of pliers or brand yourself with a cattle prod?
Brand myself.
Well, I'm going to point out one thing. It says pull a tooth with a pair of pliers. It does not say your tooth. So, I mean, I guess you could go around pulling other people's teeth.
Isn't that just being a dentist?
I think I found a loophole here. I don't know. I've had some sadistic dentists that want to hit me with a cattle prod, so...
I'm not going to lie. I think that branding myself with a cattle prod would be pretty dope.
Gross. I will pull a tooth with a pair of pliers because the rules did not state it has to be your tooth.
Just don't pull my tooth.
I've already pulled your tooth.
Yeah, that is true.
That is true. So I've already this is already a thing. I pulled Bryce's teeth too when he got older. When his little teeth wouldn't come out. Kind of gross when you do it with a cat. Where they're like kind of nomming on your finger because they're kind of teething and stuff, and then you kind of hook up behind their fangs and stuff, and all of a sudden you feel like and it pops out.
And he eats it.
But that wasn't with a pair of pliers. Although I didn't pull your tooth out with a pair of pliers. I guess there was that little.
No, he definitely pulled your tooth out with a pair of pliers, guys.
No, I was like it was anything like when I was growing up and stuff. I don't think we ever did that to you. We might have done it to Kyra. Where you tie the loose tooth to the doorknob and then you slam the door shut.
I remember one time I was like wiggling my tooth and then you like smacked my elbow and my tooth like.
Yeah.
And I screamed.
But anyway, my mom tried to do that with me when I was little. She would tie my tooth to the door and she's like, ready? 1, 2, 3, and then you should slam the door. I just run with the door. I wouldn't let the door slam shut. I'm not an idiot. And the thing is if you're a sadistic parent, you go 1, 2, and you slam the door before you even get to 3. You don't let the kid run. Come on. What kind of parent are you?
You ready? 1.
Mm-hmm.
Ready? I'm gonna count to 3. 1.
3. Oh, here we go. Uh-oh. We're in trouble.
Would you rather lick every inanimate object you see, or be licked by every living thing you see?
Son of a bitch. This one's a thinker. This is a thinker. Put it right there so I can like commune with this card. Lick every inanimate object you see, or be licked by every living thing you see. Well, good thing that according to the last card, I'll be working in the mortuary, so there won't be very many living things. But there will be a lot of inanimate things, and I'm not sure I want to lick them. So if I'm keeping the continuity of the cards in the order that they are asked. Wow. I don't know. And if I get licked by everything that I see, what if the beeper goes off? It's beep, 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 beep. Oh, he's attracted to me. No, I'm just lying. licked by every living thing you see. Final answer. I think that's what I'm gonna go with.
Okay.
Because a lot of inanimate things could get really disgusting after a while.
Yeah.
Like when I'm taking care of the trash, like this morning, I don't want to be sitting there licking everything that goes into that trash bag. That would be awful. That would be horrendous. Or like today when I had to deal with the trash can. They dumped the trash, but there's a container of milk at the bottom of the trash can that's been there for well over a month, and it didn't come out when they dumped the trash, so it was still there. And I had to lift the doors, and that smell just wafted up. I don't want to have to lick that. I don't want to have to lick that. Now the squirrel that was watching me flip open those cans, that squirrel can come over here and lick me. That is fine. I'm okay with that thing licking me. Although I have to see it, so if I didn't see the squirrel, he doesn't have to come lick me. So I guess as long as you keep your eyes down and
What
you
happens
stay
if
in your
you're
own
in a
zone.
car and you see something outside the window? Does it like have
To follow you.
sit down?
It's like, I don't think there's a time
Like
frame.
you build up a parade of living things that have to come and lick you.
There's no time frame on this thing, so it doesn't mean it has to happen immediately. It just means that it has to. If you drive by that cow and you lock eyes with the cow, you know in like 2 weeks that cow's gonna find you and lick you, and then go back. And the question is if they licked you once, does that mean that they're done, or does that mean that they have to keep
They have
licking
to
you?
lick.
So as long as you know, so
As long as you keep seeing that
yeah.
thing.
Oh,
does it have
all right.
To, like,
So,
keep licking you?
so if we put it in context where I'm able to like being licked by that thing, as long as I just keep eye contact with it.
Yikes! Chill. Anyways,
I didn't want to say the dirty joke earlier, and I kind of took it. That's not exactly where I intended to take it, but okay, that's fine. How many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Roll Pop? The world will never know.
I think I would rather be licked by every living thing I see, because inanimate things get disgusting.
Yeah.
Like, I do not want to lick something and then be sick for like the rest of my life.
Do you remember that one episode that we did where I had to put on rubber gloves? Can you imagine having to lick
What?
that?
Plus, the ratio of inanimate objects
Versus
to
living things?
At the same time, I don't want to like make eye contact with people because I love making eye contact with people. I'll see them and I just hold eye contact with people.
So that
until
girl that
they
was
look
flirting
away.
with you will have to come and lick you. And,
I don't want people to come and lick me. I don't want people to lick me. I don't want their disgusting saliva.
but you don't want to lick inanimate things either.
But I don't want to lick.
So which is the lesser evil?
Because I'm looking at all this shit over here. I'd have to come over and I'd pick it all up.
You don't have to. You just walk right down the shelf and just go right down the head.
I don't want to do that. No.
So people, things.
I don't want to be licked by people.
So
If
next time when you were walking through Target and somebody goes, hey, you just gotta, hey, how you doing? Like, but again, what if you wanted to be licked by that person?
I don't want to be licked.
Especially in the middle of Target, you're like,
That is not something that's on my list of things
should
to
be on
want.
everybody's list.
I don't want to be licked.
All right, last one. I know we're a little bit over, but we're going for it because we did 5 in the last one. We got to do 5 this time. All right, last one. What the hell? All right. Would you rather have very fat arms with skinny legs, or very fat legs with skinny arms? It says fat arms with skinny legs, or vice versa.
How fat?
I am very fat.
Are we talking about like
So-
my 600-pound life kind of fat?
It's whatever you consider fat, and then whatever you consider very. So it's fat plus a very. So what? Fat and a half, maybe? Or is very fat just a double fat?
Either way, you could like have surgery to like get it removed.
Have it like removed from your arms and added to your legs, or vice versa? Would you rather? I mean, this is basically asking: do you want to look like Popeye? Because he's got fat legs though too. I think. Because I think he has the bulbous arms, but then he has the bulbous legs too. I'm thinking of like combination of Popeye with olive oil. Do you want Popeye arms and olive oil legs, or do you want Popeye legs and olive oil arms? And granted, there's A, your insurance has to cover the surgery, which they may or may not do, or B, you have to come up with the money, which
Really expensive.
which means that at your age, you're going to be living like this for a while until you can come up with that.
I think if I were to go to sleep and like wake up tomorrow looking like this, I think I'd prefer the legs.
To be fat?
Yeah.
And the arms to be skinny.
Maybe. Well, here's the thing. Pants only get so baggy.
You'll be wearing bell bottoms.
But I could be pulling up wearing really baggy shirts and then no one would know. I just can't wear like short sleeves a day in my life.
Well,
I could like embrace it and be like, yeah.
I'm off the idea of like, is it going to look, do fat arms just look like fat arms? So like,
Yeah.
I'm going to generalize that we all had this teacher when she's writing on the board or he's writing on the board and those arms are going and you're afraid that they're going to start cracking the chalkboard. Or is it going to be like to a degree where it's fat, but maybe you could push it off as muscle?
You could start working.
Like I've got, like from all the walking I've ever done, my legs are pretty big, and when I don't like walk, you can just like wobble, and it's fun. It's fun, but it's kind of a pain in the ass having
I don't know.
bigger
That's
legs.
a hard.
But I'm assuming that it would have to be that plus a vary. So that would be.
I like my legs.
And walking would be hard.
I have
with fat
nice legs.
But if you had fat arms, you'd be like gorilla garroting it. You'd be like dragging your knuckles on the ground.
I don't know. Maybe prefer arms.
Arms over legs. I'm gonna go, since we're running out of time, I guess I'm gonna have to give my final answer, and I'm just gonna have to go with legs over arms, just to counter you. And then we can just donate to each other. That's been another one of these episodes, and thanks to pODDcast for supplying another half an hour of entertainment. See you next week, or next episode, or whatever.